think about the job their commander-in-chief is doing? Well, Sergeant Nick Irving was known as one of America's deadliest snipers, taking out the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. He joins us now to react. Nick Irving, thank you very much for being here this morning. Our audience should know, a guy like this, from 2005 to 2010, did 6 tours, 3 in Iraq, 3 in Afghanistan, his last 3 months in Helmand Province, 33 kills of the enemy as a sniper. Thank you for your service and everything you've done.
Thank you.
It informs all of this. So as someone who has been right there on the front lines, how has President Trump's approach differed from President Obama's?
I think it's tougher. It's a little bit more, not a little bit, it's actually striking fear into the enemy. And I think having that fear, in the enemy is one of the, one of the first things that the enemy, wants to back down from a fight from, or wants to back out of a fight, having that fear inside of them. And we didn't really get that from, prior presidents. The last president that we had, we didn't have that ability to actually strike fear into our enemy and have that element of surprise going in the Helmand Province. The Marines in 2009, they knew that their movement or their, target was going to be, it was telegraphed by our former president, and that was a, detriment to...
We forget about that. The surge in Afghanistan, we surged, but then we also told the enemy when we were going to leave at the exact same time.
I did not understand that. That was one of the first times I've ever seen that. Being in special operations, our job was to have the element of surprise and take out the enemy. Not having that element of surprise is kind of like fighting with handcuffs behind your back.
I've heard that from a lot of people. I mean, so if you talk about striking fear, an individual can strike fear, units can strike fears, militaries can strike fears, but you're saying a commander-in-chief that also brings that that aspect to a battlefield puts a little swagger into your step as well.
Oh yeah, big time. It gives us that little that backing that, hey, when we go out here, we know we have someone who's going to back us up, and if anything does happen and we need to get out, hey, we may have to drop another Moab or something like that.
we have.
We have.
Nick, I got to ask you about your new book. It's called Reaper: Ghost Target. You partnered with General Tata, who's a friend of the show as well. Tell us about the sniper novel. I feel like it may be based loosely on you. I don't know.
Oh yeah, very based, loosely based off of my life and my prior life, if you want to call it that. Mm-hmm. But it's something I wanted to not necessarily leave behind, but every book or every life has a different chapter, and I can't hold on to chapter 5 and make it to the end of the book if I'm just stuck on one chapter. So I kind of wanted to leave that and progress it on to something that I really looked up to as a kid, Tom Clancy and guys like that, reading all those books, Goosebumps and stuff. So I wanted to, live out that childhood dream to, continue to write and live through.
So you're saying this may be the first of many. I hope it is.
Oh yeah.
But let me ask you a little bit more about your service. You're a sniper in the Army Rangers. You did 6 tours. What's something people don't understand or realize about what that kind of service means?
It's a job, first of all. It's a job, but the task to strike fear or get revenge on America's behalf, it's an honor, and after 9/11 and watching that when I was in high school on the television screens of my class, I knew where I was going. At that moment, I wanted to get out of high school and wanted to go out and fight. I couldn't come out here to help, so that was the payback.
Absolutely. You speak for a lot of people. You speak for a generation. I do a lot of interviews, and it's every once in a while you're with someone who you're in absolute honor and in awe of. Thank you for what you've done. You know so many other guys that have done so much like this too.
All heroes. I'm just Robinhood amongst Batmen.
Just Robinhood amongst Batmen. That's how I feel right now. Thank you for your service. Appreciate what you've done for our country.
Thank you.
All right, and get the book, Reaper: Ghost Target. You know you want to. The guy's the real deal. All right, college.